Anne Hathaway's real battle with anxiety and self-doubt. Anne Hathaway's life has often looked perfect from the outside, the dazzling smile, the elegant red carpet appearances, the graceful confidence. In interviews for years, the world saw her as a shining example of success, a woman who seemed to have everything: beauty, fame, and talent. Yet behind that glowing image, there was a quiet storm building inside her, a storm made of fear, self-doubt, and the endless pressure of perfection. And was born in Brooklyn, New York, to a supportive family. Her mother was also an actress and her father a lawyer. Growing up, she dreamed of being on stage. Just like her mother, she was intelligent, sensitive, and full of imagination. But even as a child, she struggled with anxiety. She worried about doing things right, about disappointing others, about not being enough. Acting gave her an escape from her fears. When she became a different person on stage, she could forget her own insecurities. Her rise to fame came quickly. She was only a teenager when she starred in The Princess Diaries. Her performance captured hearts around the world overnight. She became America's sweetheart, adored for her charm and innocence. But fame brought a new kind of pressure. Every word, every mistake, every emotion was now watched and judged by millions. The same people who loved her smile also expected her to be perfect every single day. As she grew older and wanted to prove she was more than just the sweet girl from a Disney movie, she took on deeper, darker roles, like in Brokeback Mountain, Rachel getting married, and eventually Les Misérables. Her portrayal of Fantine won her an Academy Award, but also brought something darker. The sudden wave of attention turned into criticism. People began calling her fake, too polished, too eager to please. She became the target of what the internet called the Hathaway hate club. The criticism broke her deeply. She once said in an interview that she stopped reading anything about herself because it made her anxious and sad. She started feeling like she had to apologize for her own success. Every time she smiled, people accused her of pretending. Every time she tried to be herself, they said she was acting. The girl who once dreamed of performing now felt trapped inside her own image. She began avoiding public events, her anxiety growing stronger with every passing year. Even during her biggest triumphs, Anne felt lost. When she accepted her Oscar for Les Misérables, she said later that she was so nervous and uncomfortable that the moment felt unreal. She could not enjoy it because part of her was afraid people would think she didn't deserve it behind the camera, behind the lights. She cried alone, struggling to balance gratitude with guilt. But Anne was stronger than her fears. She began therapy, learning how to live with anxiety instead of running from it. She surrounded herself with people who loved her not for her fame, but for her heart. She found peace in small things: her marriage, her son, and quiet days spent away from the chaos of Hollywood. She also began speaking openly about her struggles with mental health, wanting others to know that even those who seem perfect are fighting invisible battles. She talked about the loneliness that comes with fame, about how social media magnifies every flaw and turns kindness into weakness. She admitted that there were days she did not want to leave her bed, days when she felt like the world was against her. But slowly, through patience and self-acceptance, she began to rebuild herself, not as the and started choosing roles that reflected her inner strength, characters who were flawed but real. She learned to love the parts of herself she once hid. She became an advocate for women's rights and mental health awareness, using her platform to speak about compassion and understanding. She said that real beauty comes from embracing your imperfections, not hiding them. Today, when Anne Hathaway walks onto a red carpet, she carries both her pain and her pride. She no longer hides behind the image of perfection. She laughs louder, speaks more honestly, and refuses to apologize for being human. Her journey from fear to freedom has inspired millions, reminding them that strength is not about never breaking, but about learning to heal. Her story is not just about an actress who won awards. It is about a woman who learned to face the mirror and accept her reflection without fear. It is about the courage to be vulnerable in a world that demands perfection. And battle with anxiety and self-doubt is the silent story behind her smile, and it shows that even the brightest stars sometimes shine through tears. In the end, Anne Hathaway's greatest role was not in a movie. It was learning to play herself in real life, not as a perfect person, but as a real one. Her life teaches us that it is okay to feel broken, that even when the world tells you to be flawless, you can still find beauty in your cracks.